What up, boxing fans across the world, man? It's True Grit Boxing News. Checking in with another video, man. Finna definitely dive into this very hot topic that we got on our hands today in the sport. As I always say, man, support the grind, support the grind. Smash that like button for your boy. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your bell notification to all so every time I drop, you will be the first to know so you can chime in on the conversation and get the news from a True Grit Boxing News perspective. And as I always say, here at True Grit Boxing News, we are not boxer fans. We are boxing fans. So what's up, guys? Hey, it's been a lot of talk ever since the most highly anticipated fight we had July 6th. Shakur Stevenson against Artem. Still can't say that boy last name. But, Shakur is getting a lot of flack, guys. As I made a prior video of people trying to say that Shakur is boring. If you have not checked that video out, please go back and check that one as well. Give your boy a like and also comment. And also comment on this one as well. So, does Shakur Stevenson deserve a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis? Is Shakur Stevenson a boring fighter? These are questions that are being asked and are being posed today all over the world, all over YouTube, all over Twitter. You even had the brothers on It Is What It Is, Mr. Cameron and Mace, go at Shakur. Shakur went back at them via his Twitter account. You know, they're trying to say that they were falling asleep. Everybody is just giving Shakur so much hate, man. So much flack, and it's very disheartening, right? Because as I said in other videos, man, this is boxing, guys. This is boxing. Yes, we all love to see a knockout. I love to see a knockout as well, right? We got some of the greatest fighters that were able to get knockouts, including Gervonta Tank Davis, who goes out there and knocks his opponents out. Mike Tyson, the Evander Holyfields, even the Deontay Wilders. But we're going to get into this subject, right, of this whole knockouts, right? Since I'm already there, we might as well keep it there, right? Let's take Deontay Wilder for prime example. Deontay Wilder had the most highest knockout ratio in boxing. He's still one of the highest knockout ratio boxers in the sport. And Deontay Wilder has gotten too much criticism about his actual boxing ability. So even though Deontay Wilder could be losing a fight, could be down on the cards, could be, getting beat by like King Kong or other fighters that he was in fights with. Even Bermane Stiverne was getting off for a little while. But then he's able to equalize, neutral that. Boom! Knock them guys out. I never really seen Deontay Wilder getting his just due and the praise that he deserves. Even when I have went on and I have had outside conversations with people like, hey, Deontay Wilder is going to go down as a Hall of Fame fighter. He defended his belt over 10 times, something that has very rarely been done. One of the highest knockout ratios in boxing history. Deontay Wilder is a Hall of Famer. You know what they always say? Man, he trash. He can't box. He has no fundamentals. But he gave y'all what y'all wanted to see, right? He gave y'all the knockouts in spectacular fashion. Gets no respect, right? He gets no respect. He gets no respect. It's wild. It's like with fans, it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't, right? Still on the knockout conversation. I feel like this whole boring fighter trope, this whole boring fighter analysis, that might I add, only gets tapered and taped on to and given to the most talented black fighters. I have yet ever seen a Mexican fighter get called boring. I have never seen a European white fighter get called boring. It's always when you're of the black skin tone, the brown skin tone, you have that black in you, that when you come out there and you got the best reflexes, you got the best feet, you able to move around the ring, they call you boring. As if, as I always say, as if this is Rock'em Sock'em Robots. This is boxing, right? And it hurts me even more to see Americans, because the hit and not get hit style, it's the American style. It's kind of like what we created here in America, the whole hit, not get hit. And also fighters that come out of the Dominican Republic, like Guillermo Rigondeaux or Iris Lendy Lara, to name a few of the great Dominican fighters, right? Who, Cuban fighters, they have that as well, that we hit and not get hit, right? That style has always been the most hardest style to defeat, and that's what boxing is about, guys. Boxing is about being able to neutralize your opponent, take his best assets away from him, not get hit with any of his best punches, and you get yours off and you get out the ring with a victory. If you're able to stop him in that while doing that, hey, so be it. If you're not, you win your wins by decision. I mean, it does not make you a boring fighter because you do not get a knockout. Floyd Money Mayweather. Let's go there. One of the biggest pay-per-view stars ever. I'm starting to hear people holler, oh, Shakur doesn't even deserve to be on pay-per-view because he doesn't get knockouts. What? I mean, knockouts is exciting. That's something that we want to see, of course. But that's not the only thing that's going to get you on pay-per-view. Your name, your status, and who you are is also going to get you on pay-per-view. Your fan base is also what's going to get you on pay-per-view. And Shakur will be on pay-per-view. Oh, no doubt about it. His next fight might possibly be on pay-per-view, depending on who he ends up signing with, because we know that Shakur is a free agent. So back to Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather, towards the end of his career, didn't receive any knockouts, right? Goes down as one of the best defensive fighters, best GOATs ever in the sport of boxing. With that style. Hit you. You can't hit me. I'm controlling distance. I'm setting traps. I'm countering. I'm making you pay. And I'm getting out the way. Okay? Floyd Mayweather is the greatest of all time. He is the best ever. You can't take none of that away from him. Fought everybody. Fought power punchers. Manny Pacquiao's of the sport. Beat him easily. What did they call Floyd? Boring. Y'all see the trajectory? Like, how can a fighter that goes in the ring and puts on a boxing clinic be boring? See, they have changed the narrative, right? Or we can even look at, let's say, a fighter like Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol is also, now he's not black, but he's a fighter that uses the hit, not get hit kind of style. Doesn't have a whole lot of power. Is not knocking all of his opponents out. But he boxes brilliantly. Go back and watch the way he did Canelo. Go back and watch the way Dimitri Bivol did Canelo Alvarez. Right? I've never heard nobody call Dimitri Bivol boring, though. But he fights just like Shakur Stevenson's, Lara's, Floyd's. They ain't knocking everybody out. He got some knockouts, but he ain't knocking everybody out. And he gonna make you miss a whole lot. I've never heard nobody call Dimitri Bivol boring. When he gets in the ring and does it, they call it a boxing clinic. You see what, but if you're black, oh, you boring. You boring. That's because we know who run the sport, man. Let's just keep it 100. We know who run the sport, and they've been trying to figure out a way to get us off of the top of the hill for the longest. So the best way that they could do it is slander. Try to say that black fighters are just boring fighters because they don't get in there and rock 'em, sock 'em robots with people. Okay? Even Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a rock 'em, sock 'em robot. Gervonta Tank Davis does not just go in there and just trade punches with guys. Gervonta Tank Davis picks his spots very well. He walks you down with that high guard, get you to hit on them arms, and then when he see the opening, boom, he come over the top. And then, boom, close the show. Or he lets you make a mistake like he did with Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz threw the right hand. Boom, hit him. He's like, okay. He threw the right hand again. He said, oh, throw that motherfucker again. Santa Cruz threw that right hand again. He skipped. Boom, uppercut. Good night. Okay? Even Gervonta Tank Davis is not a rock'em sock'em robot. He still understands the pure nature of the sport of boxing. Boxing. That hits and not get hit, guys. So even if you are a bona fide Tank Davis fan, you need to also realize he ain't no rock'em sock'em robot either. Now, Tank has the ability to take some punches to get in to get his because he really has no choice. Because of his stature, how short he is. So he has to be able to get in order to get his off. I guarantee y'all, if Tank was 3-4 inches taller, because what is Tank? 5'4", 5'5"? If Tank was 5'8", 5'9", I guarantee you, Tank would be boxing a whole lot slicker and still knocking people out. But he would be a whole lot slicker. He wouldn't be going in there with the high guard just walking people down. He would get them to come to him, or he could press them, make them miss because he's taller, he's longer, no diddy. But by his stature, when he fights guys that are bigger than him, he got to get in. I mean, that's just every short dude that fight a tall dude, you coming up to it like, okay, I might have to eat one to get mine off because I gotta go through the trenches to get there. If Tank was taller, I guarantee you he wouldn't fight the way that he's fighting. We would see a whole lot more boxing on display from Tank. I can guarantee it. All right, and Tank has the ability to fight in that manner because he is a boxer first. He's a boxer first. He just has the power to turn the lights out. So I watched the interview. Shout out to Cigar Talk. Cigar Talk sat down with Shakur. If you haven't seen that interview, that is one you definitely should go watch. And Shakur, is talking about it, and he made a very valid point. Tank Davis has his best attribute that's God-given, which is his power, right? Not everybody is blessed and born with power. All fighters are different. All fighters have different attributes, different things that they bring to the ring. Tank, knockout puncher. No question. Freak of nature when it comes to power, right? Shakur spoke on what his God-given talent is his eyes. The fact that he can see very well, reflexes is on point, on another level, right? So he uses his best attribute to his advantage, just like Tank uses his best attribute to his advantage, right? So it just is what it is. If Shakur was born with that natural God-given power like Tank had, then he'll be knocking a whole lot more guys out as well, if you flip the roles, but they are who they are, right? It does not make Shakur a boring fighter, though, because he's not able to knock everybody out, right? Let's kill this other narrative. Well, he shouldn't be talking about he gonna go in there and do this and that to his opponents and beat them down and all that if he ain't gonna get in the ring and do it. Hold on, man. These guys are fighters, right? These guys got egos. They got chips on their shoulders. They got followers. They got everything on their back. And on top of that, they trying to sell the fight. Like, of course, a fighter is going to tell you, man, I'm finna do damage to this dude. I'm finna put hands on this dude. And there has been instances where the guy talked like that, ended up stretched out or lost the fight. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna talk because they are confident within themselves and they believe that they finna go in there and do what they're supposed to do. Nobody knows what's gonna happen until the fight is over. You feel me? So how can y'all criticize a man for selling the fight and trying to give you a pre-example of what he's gonna do? That's what all fighters do, man. That's what all fighters. So when I hear casual fans hollering that bull crap, oh yeah, if he wouldn't be talking like that, then we wouldn't be so mad. Man, shut up. Every fighter talks like that. Every fighter's gonna sell the fight. Every fighter has great anticipations for what they're gonna do. Do y'all really think Shakur didn't want to stop Artem? Do y'all really in y'all heart believe that Shakur didn't want to stop it? Oh, trust and believe you me, he wanted it. And to be honest, Shakur went after it. So now let's talk about the fight again. Shakur went after the stoppage. Shakur wasn't just defensive, boxing on them straight lines I talked about before. First couple of rounds, Shakur was like, okay, fill him out. He got this irky jerky Olympic style. Okay. Then, Shakur said, you know what, man, fuck that. I'm finna step to this dude. Step to him for the entirety of the fight. Right? Even after I went back and I saw copy box, I gave him a little flack about throwing his hands, but then looking, Shakur threw over 400 punches. He threw more punches than Artem did and landed more punches than Artem did. So it's like, what did y'all want the man to do? If you go back and watch the highlights of the fight, he was tagging Artem. He was putting it on him right in the pocket. And he had to chase Artem. He had to chase Artem. Artem ended up the one with the running shoes on, man. If Artem would have stood toe to toe, if Artem would have been coming at Shakur, like the way Artem came at Frank Martin, Shakur would have got the stoppage. Now, Shakur did have an opportunity. He had a window when he did hurt him, maybe 6th, 7th, 8th round, somewhere in the middle. He hurt him, and yeah, Shakur did let his foot up off the pedal. He did. He should have went and capitalized and got him up out of there. You know, for whatever reason, he didn't do so. You know what I'm saying? So, missed opportunity. Those windows open and close very quickly. Very quickly. You know, these fighters train their ass off. Like, they train, their endurance is up. You know, they, like, body is in the best shape. You know what I'm saying? So, those windows are slim. So, when you get them, you got to capitalize on them. If the window closes, now you got to bust out another window. You feel me? But Shakur did fantastic Saturday night. Like, I don't know what you guys want from Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Shakur has displayed he doesn't have the most power on this planet, but we don't really know that either because a lot of guys don't just step to Shakur like that. You know, the only fighter that I really know that was really stepping to Shakur was Oscar Valdez, and he dropped Oscar Valdez. You know, a couple other fighters that really stepped to him. You know, but other than that, once they get in there with Shakur, the fight changes. You know, it turns into a Shakur versus Artem. You know, where, you know, Shakur got to come seek and destroy. You know, and he tried. He tried, guys. So I don't want to hear that, oh, this was a Edwin De Los Santos fight, because that is so far from the truth, man. Y'all need to get off the young boy's back, man. Give him some credit for what he was able to do. For the fact he damn near pitched a shutout, guys. He damn near pitched a shutout. Artem, y'all is really trying to give Artem some type of credit. Artem did not win a round. Maybe the first round at best. Or maybe the first two. Like, if you really want to stretch. After that, come on, man. It was damn near a shutout. Damn near a shutout. The boy barely won anything. And y'all are trying to say that that's dissatisfying for you guys? That's disheartening? For a boxer to get in the ring and almost pitch a shutout? He wasn't able to get the knockout. But see, that's where the casuals and the pure boxing fans come into play. Pure boxing fans like me, myself, and like everyone else that's watching this video, I hope you are a pure boxing fan where you understand boxing, you understand positioning, you understand the game. When you look at boxing, you see what's going on. You see like, oh, this boy cold. Versus somebody just like, yeah, knock him out. Oh, damn, he didn't knock him out. Yeah, come on, knock him out. Like, it's a difference between a casual and somebody that really knows boxing. Okay? And we saw a boxing clinic put on Saturday night. Shakur put on a boxing clinic. I mean, just is what it is. Wasn't able to get the stoppage like we all wanted. I wanted that as well for Shakur. Wasn't able to get it, but he still almost pitched a shutout. Threw over 400 punches. Almost landing 200 of those. Like, almost landing at a 50% rate. Hitting them to the body. Hurt him to the body. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all need to stop judging Shakur off of what Tank does. See, that's the problem. Shakur Stevenson's name is Shakur Stevenson, not Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, they bring two different things to the sport. You know, so stop trying to judge Shakur off of Tank. Now, let's talk about ESPN, man. His promotional, you know, top rank and the channel he's fighting on, how they wanted to show people leaving the arena. When I'm watching the fight live and I seen them go to that, I was like, wow, they are really trying to stab Shakur in the back right now. They're trying to show people leaving the arena. And you got people out here really running with that narrative. That, man, your fight was so boring, boy. Your own fans was walking out on you. I mean, did anybody talk to them personally? Anybody that was leaving? We don't know what their reasoning was for leaving, but come on now. If you've been to any type of event, guys, let's just be honest now. If you've been to a basketball game, football game, baseball game, boxing match, right? When it gets to a point where you're like, oh, man, he got this in the bag. He probably ain't going to knock him out, man. I'm finna go beat this traffic. I'm finna go ahead and get on up out of here. That happens in all even comedy shows. Comedy shows, like the main act ain't even done with his last joke. You got people that'll get up, walk up to the top of the thing, then they'll look and try to see the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? And then once he say, all right, y'all, good night, they out of there because they trying to beat that traffic. They trying to get up. So come on, man. We don't know that people was just leaving because they're bored. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. But the fact that they even showed that just shows, you know, what ESPN was trying to do, what the narrative was that they're trying to paint for Shakur, all because he ain't signed back with Top Rank. He ain't letting it be known he's going to fight on ESPN. You know, so they're going to try to smear him, try to bring him down, bring his value down as low as possible that they can, because virtually they've been the one pushing him and built him up to where he is. And if he ain't going to sign back with them, they want to try to drop his value as low as possible so no one else is going to offer him anything big, and then he'll come back home. Come on now. This boxing is a business. Boxing is a business. So if you looked at that and you was like, they leaving his fight without looking at the inside, what's going on? Come on, man. We got to be smarter than that. We got to be smarter than that, man, because that's just a fact. All events like that, people leave, right? I won't give a fuck if it was game 7 of the playoffs in basketball. And if the team is up 10-20, now if it's a nail biter type of situation, it's 1 point, ain't nobody leaving. But they saw Shakur pitching a shutout. And they know Shakur really probably don't got that knockout power, so they like, oh, we ain't gonna miss no knockout. He finna win decision. Man, babe, let's go. I'm finna go ahead and get the car, you know what I'm saying? So we can beat some of these other motherfuckers up out of here. So that's just crazy. And like I said, the fact that ESPN even showed that to try to smear the young king is crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So all of these narratives that are being painted about the young lion, Shakur Stevenson, man, y'all just need to quit, man. Y'all just need to quit. Let's touch on Cameron and Mays before I get out of here, man. Cam, you know, casual boxing fans. You know, Cam and Mays, it is what it is. Shout out to them, man. They do a good job. You know what I'm saying? They do a good job at what they do. You know, I don't agree with what they were talking about, you know, about them going to sleep. But maybe they were going to sleep. Maybe they were, because they're not true purists when it comes to boxing. You know, they're expecting a knockout or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When Shakur was putting his punches together and hitting Artem that almost 200 times out of 400 times, I guess they missed that. You know, that wasn't exciting enough for them. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got an opinion. It's like an asshole, right? So, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, the back and forth between Cam and Shakur, you know, Shakur throwing things out there, saying things about Mays' rap career, you know, saying things about Cam. You know, he was just trying to defend his name. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. But you know, them guys are casual boxing fans, you know, like a lot of people are. A lot of people, you know, a lot of boxing, so-called boxing fans, they only tune into the big fights. You know, me, I watch all boxing. I watch all the fights. I'm tuned in to it all. You know, I watch it all. I study the game. I go to fights. I do it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm what you would call a real boxing fan. No bias either. No bias. I don't bring any bias because, like I said, I'm not a boxer fan. I am a fan of the sport of boxing. The truest ingredient of it. That's what I'm a fan of, you know, and I love the sport. You know, do I like boxers? Absolutely. I'm a fan. So, yeah, I like the boxers that's putting on these displays as well. You know what I'm saying? But when it come down to reporting on it, I have to let it be known. I'm not a boxer fan. I'm not speaking any bias. I'm just going to speak the truth. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Hate it or love it. Don the dogs on top. You feel me? I'm going to speak the truth. You know, so, hey, man, it's unfortunate that Shakur is going through this smear campaign like a lot of other black fighters have went through. Parnell Whitaker's, Floyd Mayweather's, Sugar Ray Leonard after Roberto Duran too. Irislandi Lara, Guillermo Rigondeaux. Like, I could go on and on and on with only black fighters that get this moniker. Only black fighters that get that staple. Like, it's crazy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Hey, that comment box is down below. jump in it, man, and engage in the conversation with me. Shakur is not a boring fighter. Shakur is a pure boxer. Best defensive fighter in the game right now. You know, and once he gets the correct dance partner, which will be Gervonta Tank Davis, and I'm going to speak about that in another video, about that clash, if it ever happens. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about it. I'm sure a lot of y'all got what y'all think is going to happen. I'm going to give you my details on it from a True Grit Boxing News perspective, you know. And it might be surprising. It may not be. Tune in, wait and see. So that's all I got on this one, guys. I appreciate all of y'all that do come in and rock with me. You know what I'm saying? I watch my videos from beginning to end, you know, and appreciate where I'm coming from and appreciate my perspective here at True Grit Boxing News. Once again, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, support the grind, turn your notification bell to all, and follow me as I bring you this boxing news on a daily basis. And again, my slogan here, guys, is we are not boxer fans, guys. We are fans of the sport of boxing. Peace.